Jon Stewart may have just uncovered one of the strangest mysteries of the Trump presidency.
Who in the world is it? Oh my God, is that a backup Trump? Is that? Wait a minute.
Today we're answering the question suddenly everyone had. Who was the second Donald Trump? Because the answer is somehow weirder than the conspiracy.
It's time for Breaking Absurdity, your daily reminder that this is not normal.
Donald Trump had just finished speaking outside Air Force One after the World Cup final. Nothing unusual, except someone walked behind him. And honestly, that wasn't even the strangest thing Trump did that day. Earlier, after presenting the World Cup trophy, Trump appeared to have a little trouble leaving the stage. The ceremony was supposed to be about the players, but for a moment it looked like Trump had discovered the stage had a lifetime membership. But then after the game, cameras caught something else. A man walking behind Trump who looked suspiciously like Trump. Same build, same age, same hairstyle, same navy suit. Same expression that says he just approved a $1 billion real estate deal. And suddenly the internet had a new question. Wait, is there another Donald Trump? Within hours, people started trying to identify the mystery man. Was it Secret Service? A political advisor? A relative? A body double? Then someone figured it out. The mystery man was Viktor Knavs, Melania Trump's father. Wait, that's Melania's dad? No, wait, seriously? Here's where the story gets strange. This wasn't the first time. Back in 2017, people noticed exactly the same thing. Business Insider wrote about it. New York Magazine joked about it. Twitter noticed it. Everyone kept asking, why does Melania's father look so much like Donald Trump? Apparently, this has been happening for nearly a decade. Back in 2017, when Viktor Knavs first appeared publicly alongside the Trump family, people immediately noticed something unusual. Melania's father wasn't just another presidential relative standing in the background. He looked remarkably familiar. And not just because they were both wearing suits, because apparently the Trump family dress code is extremely strict. Navy suit, white shirt, red tie, looking like you're about to either negotiate a real estate deal or fire someone. But the comparisons didn't stop at appearance. A 2018 book about the woman in Donald Trump's life, Golden Handcuffs, went much further, arguing that Melania was drawn to qualities she saw in her father. The book cited unnamed friends who claimed Melania was attracted to Donald Trump's power and protection, describing him as a father figure. One alleged family friend even claimed she married her father and Trump, which is a sentence that sounds less like political analysis and more like something a screenwriter would reject for being too on the nose. The author even noted that the two men were close in age and shared a similar appearance, describing them as both rotund, business-oriented, and larger-than-life personalities. And honestly, once you see the resemblance, it's difficult to unsee. But here's the part that makes this even stranger. Viktor Knavs isn't just some random guy who happened to look like Donald Trump for 5 seconds on television. He's actually been standing in the middle of the Trump family story for years. Born in Slovenia in 1944, Viktor Knavs is Melania Trump's father. And here's the first strange detail. He and Donald Trump are almost exactly the same age. Viktor is only 2 years older than Trump. Think about that. The man people thought was Trump's body double is actually from the same generation as Trump. And if you followed major Trump family moments over the years, you've probably seen Viktor before. He has appeared alongside the family at some of the biggest events. He was there for Barron Trump's graduation. He stood alongside the family during major political moments. He has appeared at Mar-a-Lago celebrations. And during Trump's inauguration, cameras captured him sitting near his grandson Barron as the Trump family took center stage. Which means this wasn't some random person who wandered into the background. This was someone who has quietly been part of the Trump inner circle for years. And that may be why this keeps happening, because Viktor doesn't just look vaguely similar to Trump, he fits into the same visual universe, same generation, same build, same format style, same tendency to appear in a suit and look like he's about to announce either a political victory or a luxury condominium development. And the funniest part? Viktor doesn't seem to be trying to look like Donald Trump. That's just what happens when two men with similar ages, similar builds, similar fashion choices, and very similar public appearances end up standing in the same camera frame. But this is where the story takes another strange turn, because Viktor Knavs isn't just interesting because he looks like Trump, he's interesting because of what his daughter, Melania, has represented inside the Trump family for years. And now, according to one longtime Trump chronicler, she may be the one person around Donald Trump nobody can predict. According to journalist Michael Wolff, that unpredictability has become a major concern inside Trump's orbit. In a recent column, Wolff described Melania as the wild card, claiming that people around the president are unsure what she might do next. Which is a pretty remarkable transformation. For years, Melania Trump was portrayed as the person standing silently next to Donald Trump, the quiet first lady, the person who rarely entered the spotlight. And now, according to Wolff, she may be the one person in Trump's orbit that nobody can control. So let me get this straight. The internet thought Donald Trump had a backup version of himself, but the real wild card in the Trump family might actually be the person whose father looks like him. This story has somehow gone from a body double to family resemblance to White House intrigue. And now, according to Michael Wolff, the person closest to Trump may also be the person nobody can predict. So maybe the biggest mystery wasn't whether Trump had a body double. Maybe it's whether anyone in Trump's orbit really knows what's coming next.
And there you have it, another day of Breaking Absurdity, where absurdity reigns supreme and reality can't keep up.
If you enjoyed this episode of Breaking Absurdity, please be sure to check out my playlist of other episodes below. And while you're at it, please remember to like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you more Breaking Absurdity every day.